gentlemen, and welcome back to another chess video. I know I haven't been posting much content recently, but I've had a lot of school, so I'm looking to get back into the chess YouTuber setup, and I'll try my best to keep posting at least once a week, or once or twice a week. But in this video, I was playing the Noam bot. Noam's rated 2200, and you can find him on the chess.com master section. But anyways, the game goes e4, e5, and now I play an Italian game. And if you're newer to chess, one of the thematical ideas in the Italian is teaming up on this f7 square and then attacking the king, or bringing in our knight to fork the king, the queen, and rook. So this is always going to be a little weak for black, and it might be tricky to defend it at times. But he plays the gioco piano, mirroring us and attacking our f2 square, which is our weakest square. So I simply castle to defend our pawn, and now this is not a weak square, but these squares are going to be weaker down the line. My opponent plays knight f6, developing a knight while looking to castle, and bringing out your two knights and bishop, and then usually playing d6 is very thematical in the Italian. So this is stuff that you'll be seeing a lot if you play the Italian. I say I don't want anything slow, and I immediately rush with d4. This is known as the Deutz Gambit, also known as the Koltanovsky Gambit. And now black really has three options: to take with the pawn, to take with the bishop, or to take with the knight, which happened in the game. So if they take with the pawn, which looks like the most natural move, we play e5. And all of a sudden, the knight squares are covered up. I mean, if you go back here, that's just way too passive. May as well go into the center. It's actually a blunder, because we instantly trap your knight with queen e2. Another trap is here. And I'd like you to notice this piece relationship. My queen, oh, bad arrow. My queen is spying this knight here, and if I were to move my knight, that would in turn attack the knight. But I have a little tactic with this bishop takes f7 tactic that was mentioned earlier, and after king takes, now this comes with a check, and our knight cannot be taken due to our bishop's defense. Once the king comes back here, we go here, we win back our sacrificed pawn, and in turn weaken this king. We're going to have all sorts of ways to attack it down the line, maybe play f4 and just push this pawn, break it open, and somehow checkmate our opponent's king. So, I mean, where are they going to move the knight? I mean, this is just way too passive, as I've mentioned before, and now we have this move rook e1, which basically puts white in almost in Zugzwang in the opening. If they push their d-pawn, we can en passant, or just check. That's unpleasant. I mean, how else are they going to develop this bishop? I mean, where's their knight going to go into here? Maybe that's how you develop your knight, but this knight is no longer able to go to a6 and defend this square, and now it's on e7. And now this is very weak, and we're just going to exploit it by going knight g5. How do you stop this threat? Castling? We just turn up the heat. And now we're going to start looking at sacrifices in the position. See, we have all our pieces pointed towards the opponent's king. We can possibly bring our rook up and wish to, like, checkmate. But how do they defend this? I mean, there's really only like one option. They play h6, right? But it's not all safe. Now we can take, and if they take back, they can lose the exchange. But if they decide to move their queen, that is bad, because now we deliver a vile double check. And now the king has to move. If they go here, we follow up with a quick checkmate. And if they go here, same thing. So those are some continuations in after this move e5. So you might say, all right, so taking with the pawn is wrong. Let's taking with the bishop. I mean, it looks like a very unnatural move, giving up the bishop pair. But the idea is once we take, they can go here, and no, our pawn can't go forward and attack the knight and cause trouble. But this is one of the most beautiful lines, actually. Now we play bishop g5, pinning the knight to the queen, and our threat is to play f4 and break it open and get this knight. Castling here is actually incorrect, so don't castle. The first move that they may play is h6, and by the way, I'll talk about castling later. Then we just simply drop back. They keep attacking our bishop, and they're saying, what are you going to do? You're going to move back here, lose this pawn, and now we just have a big initiative, right? And that would not be good for us. So we follow along with our plan of f4, and they may say, you're an idiot. They take our bishop, but now we take, and all of the sudden, their world is crumbling, like they're just cooked. Let's say they move their knight. We don't even have to take their knight. We can just go boom. Then they have to go forward to avoid any discovered checks. Now, I mean, everything is winning here. Like, we're just going to explode their position, bring some more pieces to the party, and they're completely devastated here. Not to mention we're up a pawn. So that's bad. They can't take here, but they may say, okay, this is a nice move, but I can just take here. Now what's your claim? We sack the rook, and I know Gotham Chess is screaming in his chair after rook takes f4 is played, because this is just a very nice move, because after they take our rook, it's a crisscross applesauce all over this knight's head, because what are you going to do? There's no way to defend the knight. We're actually just going to take, and from there on, we're attacking your rook. But not only that, we're just going to trap your queen, and it's a devastation. Like, we're going to take here, then the king takes, then we go here, and then we fork the rook, and then we're up a full queen. So it's actually very dangerous. Let's say they castled, now giving this queen an escape square. So if we take, now the queen can go here, and they're saying, all right, equal material, what are you going to do? We play bishop h8, and it's, they should just resign here. They don't want to get humiliated, because there's no way to stop us from going here. Like, for example, I mean, this is like their best move. Still allows checkmate in one. Actually, I think this is their best move. And then we have to take. But it's still checkmate. Anyways, taking with the bishop also leads to some pretty nice tactics. What about taking with the knight? And this is actually what happened in the game, so we're getting back onto this review. This is the worst move. Both of those two ended poorly for the opponent. What about this one? I mean, I'll just show you. Don't take the knight. I would be very upset if somebody took the knight. Take the pawn. And all of a sudden, we're pressuring f7. You can't let this square get undefended, guys. How do you defend it? Let's say by castling. This is also a mistake. Looks natural. But now we have bishop e3, and we're going to pin it and win it, and they're just smoked. If they come back here to defend, we can have a little removing the defender. And you may say, what if they take? Now we have check. And after the rook takes, knight takes, king takes, and then pawn takes bishop. And when the dust settles, we are up a pawn and an exchange, which is completely winning. Plus, like, let's say they're careless. They go here. Looks good, stopping me. But you're not stopping me. I'm pressuring. And this is a double pin situation. They take here, we win the queen. Which is so nasty, by the way. Like, this is terrible. This is vile stuff that I did to my poor opponent. But this is actually the game here. So after I took, he actually just took back, and now he decides to play this game. He's not down material, but this is a little sketchy. I'm going to play e5, and it's not looking good. So I play e5. We see this. This is another mistake, trying to trade off. But after I take, he realizes that he's just going to go here. I'll just play check, weaken his king, and then take here, and then play check. And that's terrible. Like, for example, I take, he takes. I don't even take the bishop. I just play check, takes, check, back, takes. And I'll just bring pieces in and try and checkmate him. So I think he sees that, and he just plays casual queen takes pawn. And now I'm simply up a piece for a pawn, and this is completely winning. So now he castles, I develop a knight, and now I have this move, queen to g4, targeting some weak pawns. Oh, little spoiler. My bad. I just spoiled the game. But I target some weak pawns, and he decides to go here, and now he thinks he's being sneaky with this threat. It's not, you're not slick, buddy. I play f3, shut down the danger. Now he plays check. I trade queens and hop my knight to a4. Knight on the rim is dim, but in this case, I'm gonna go here, trade off, and I just have a super powerful knight. It's actually, I don't even need to trade it off. It's just a complete octopus controlling all of these squares. He goes e5, I follow along with my plan. Then he plays bishop c4, not to lose the bishop. I take the pawn, and his position's crumbling after bishop f4. Because this is also a nice tactic. If he takes, then I just trade. But if he goes here, that drops the rook. So, nice move, bishop f4. Plays h6. I play rook ae1, looking to trade and win. Plays rook d8. Now, this is what we call a forchetta. And you're just going to lose a rook here. He decides to take, and this is a terrible move because not only are you losing a rook, but I'm going to go here and trap your bishop as well. I take, check here, and then I can go over here and take here. Not before trapping this bishop. I just decide to take. Bishop goes here, and now the bishop's home is not where it should be. He's in my territory, and it's looking very dangerous. I just take with check. He goes here. Then I can take another pawn. You could take my rook away from the board in this position, and I would still probably be winning, even if it's opposite colored bishops. My opponent plays g5. I just take, just simplify. No reason to overcomplicate stuff. I'm just winning all of my opponent's pawns. I push pawns of my own, drop the rook back, then give check here, check, take the bishop, not to overcomplicate things, make two queens, and then checkmate. And this was a pretty nice game. I was happy to beat a bot of a high level, but I mean, nobody beats Agent Not Shelly at a game of chess, unless you're really good. Otherwise, then you might be able to beat me. But anyways, thank you so much for watching this video, and peace out. Have a good rest of your day.